Alright, hey guys, what is going on? It is another Monday, and you know what that means. It's another murderous Monday. And today, we are going to be talking about serial killer Randall Woodfield. Who was he? What was his early life like? And why? And how did he become so evil? I will answer that and more in this video as I take you down the perspective mind of a serial killer. Trigger warning. If you guys do not want to hear about rape or robbery, I would say click off this video and take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright, but here we go. Serial killer Randall Woodfield. Date of birth December 26, 1950. Aliases, nicknames: the I-95 Bandit and the I-95 Killer. Characteristics: rape and robbery. Number of victims: 3 to 18, and it could be more. Date of murders: October of 1979 to February of 1981. Date of arrest: March 7th of 1981. Murder method: shooting. Known victims: Darcy Fix, Doug Altick, Shari Hull, Julie Reitz, and other unnamed or not confirmed people. Crime location: Washington, California, and Oregon. Status: sentenced to life imprisonment plus 90 years. Now background. Born in Salem, Oregon, Woodfield's early childhood seemed to be normal. He grew up in a regular middle-class family with no history or signs of any form of dysfunction. He was popular at school and with his friends, and while he attended Newport High School, he was a football star. He went on to attend Portland State University while he continued to play football. During his teen years, though, Woodfield started to exhibit some sexual behaviors that were considered to be antisocial. He had a habit of exposing himself, and his first arrest for this occurred while he was still in high school. Being a much-needed football player, though, his coaches kept these transgressions quiet and on the down low, so he could remain on the team. In the early 1970s, Woodfield was arrested 3 times for public indecency and vandalism, but he still managed to get drafted by the Green Bay Packers. By 1974, he had been arrested over a dozen times for indecent exposure, and he was dismissed from the team. The next year, he went on a spree of sexual assault and robbery, while using a knife to threaten his victims. He was caught and convicted, but only for second-degree robbery and sentenced to 10 years, but he only served 4 of the 10. Woodfield continued his crimes after his release from prison. Beginning in 1979, he spent the next 2 years robbing gas stations, homes, and ice cream parlors. If his victims were females, he would sexually assault them and sometimes murder them. Woodfield came under investigation for murder in 1981, following the shooting death of a woman in Beaverton, Oregon, who just happened to be an acquaintance to Woodfield. Murders. In November of 1980, Darcy Fix and Doug Altick were both shot to death in Fix's home in North Portland. It appeared they had been killed execution style with gunshots to the head, and a revolver belonging to Fix was missing. Although Fix was acquainted with Woodfield through a friend, the police didn't consider the possibility of Woodfield being involved in the murders. On January 18, 1981, Shari Hull and Beth Wilmot were sexually abused by a man who entered their office building while they were working. He killed Hull and believed he had also killed Wilmot, but she survived. The next victim was Julie Reitz, who was not so lucky, and who was shot and killed in Oregon on February 15th, 1981. Sylvia Durante was strangled to death in Seattle in December of 1979. The bodies of Marcia Weeder and her friend Kathy Allen were found together in May of 1980. Bodies belonging to Donna Eckard and her daughter were found on February 3rd, 1981. They were in a bed together and both had received multiple gunshots to the head. Post-mortem examinations revealed the young girl had been sodomized before she was killed. Arrest and trial. During the investigation into the shooting death in Beaverton, police came across Woodfield, who was an acquaintance of the murder victim. Police had enough grounds to search his property. There, they located evidence in his involvement in the murder and the attempted murders of 2 women. On March 7th, 1981, Woodfield was arrested and charged with 3 murders: the murder in Beaverton and the murders of the mother and daughter in California. His trial took place in October of 1981, and he was also charged with the murder of Shari Hall. He was convicted and sentenced to life imprisonment plus 90 years. Outcome. While incarcerated, Woodfield got married 3 times and divorced twice. By 1990, he was suspected in 44 murders. DNA testing later linked him to only 2 murders from the early 1980s in Oregon. Trivia written by Woodfield on his MySpace account. Remember those days? I'm Randy, and I'm 55. I spent the remainder of my days in prison because I have committed a murder along with many other crimes. I once tried out for the Green Bay Packers. The only reason I didn't make it is because the skills I had to offer, they didn't need me at the time. Yeah, obviously he didn't say because, he killed. And please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.